Madam President, before I invite one of my colleagues to continue today's colloquy, I just wanted to say a few words about the tragic events in Dallas. Just 4 days ago, a peaceful protest in Dallas that brought together protesters and police in an example of the very best of our nation was torn apart by a cowardly and savage act that reflects the very worst. 5 police officers were murdered, leaving their families, friends, and country in shock, in mourning, and in search of answers, and 6 of their colleagues were injured. Madam President, last week was a very difficult one for America. From Dallas to many other cities, including Baton Rouge and St. Paul, Minnesota, far too many lives were cut short by violence. Far too many families will never be whole again. But as our president said this weekend, America is not as divided as we may appear. We are united in mourning the tragic deaths of Brent Thompson, Patrick Zamapira, Michael Kroll, Lauren Ahrens, and Michael Smith, and in mourning Philandro Castile and Alton Sterling. We are united in our grief for their families and communities. We are united in our respect and admiration for police and first responders, the overwhelming majority of whom do their jobs, their dangerous jobs, with bravery and selflessness. But we're also united in our awareness we have so much more work to do to strengthen the relationship between law enforcement and the communities they serve and protect. We are united in our understanding that moving beyond this tragic and unacceptable status quo to heal our wounds and build towards a national community of respect and compassion will challenge us in ways both new and uncomfortable. But as Franklin Roosevelt said in an address exactly 80 years ago today, there are no limits to this nation's capacity to obtain and maintain true freedom, no limits except the strength of our nation's desire and determination. Madam President, I'm confident our desire and determination will build an America in which police officers can serve their communities, worried only about how to make their communities safer, not whether they will come home that night. Our desire and our determination can and should build a nation in which every American can live and work, and play and worship free of concerns about discrimination, a nation in which all of us are able to abide by the law as written with a law as lived. We must do better, and we will do better. Madam President, I thank you for the opportunity to join in this colloquy, and I'd now like to yield the floor